This is WBGU FM on 88.1 and HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
All right. It is 8:07 p.m. on this Thursday evening. You're listening to WBGU FM, indeed, and you are now tuned into Mix here on WBGU. I'm your host, DJ Mick, and this is the second episode of my show for this spring semester of 2018, which is my last semester. Incidentally, this will be my last semester as a DJ. And so if you listened last week, then you may know what my show is about. Last week I did a show theme. Well, it wasn't quite a theme like I usually do, but usually I would theme my show by the letter L or the word, tree or something like that, and I would join all 2 hours worth of songs around that theme. And so last week I did just songs that I played over winter break. So that was my theme. But this episode marks the beginning of a new mix. For the rest of the semester, I'm going to be changing stuff. That format that I was doing is not defunct, but it's definitely gotta change now. I won't be using any of my own personal library. I'll be using just the radio station stuff, like songs that the radio station has received, submissions for. And it's not, it's a lot. This radio station has a lot. We have a lot in, as digital, in the automation system here, of all different kinds of genres. And then we have our CD vault, which has just a massive amount of CDs, and that's not even as much as it used to be. And indie alone has, I have packaged 50 boxes of old indie, and then there's current stuff, recent current, so recurrent stuff. It's a lot. So I have a lot to pull from. That's the way it should be. That's the way it's got to be now. Everybody is starting a new chapter. If you listen to the station a lot, I bet you've heard some shows have changed their format or changed the kind of songs they've played. So that's what's happening, man. So and I was thinking, how am I gonna do my show now? Because I can't, doing the theme, it would be a lot harder to do that. I would have to spend many more hours than I do just typing, love into my iTunes library and filtering all those songs to make a playlist. I would have to sit. I would be on campus or be in the CD vault going through stuff. So I was like, you know what? I really like to read those old BG newspapers. So maybe I'll just do something more centered on that kind of stuff. And then I thought, well, maybe I could, I like to read little articles off that. Maybe I could read some fun short stories. Maybe I could read some poems. So I think I'm going to go more in that direction and have the music not be backdrop, but have it, have that to not be the focal point. So I could still do a themed show, but maybe the theme would be the stories or the articles, something more like that. But I am going to definitely do, I'm going to be playing currents up the wazoo, because I'm also the music director here for indie stuff. So I'll be playing the stuff that has been added this week, whatever the week is. So I'll be playing you the newest of new stuff. And that's actually what I'm doing right now. I've got No Money by Astroraf from the compilation album 3 Miracle. And actually, I think I'm going to pull up the email where when they submit stuff, they give you, a bunch of information all about it. So I think I'll pull that up. And for occasional songs, I'll be like, oh, this band's from France, or this is their third album, things like that, to keep it fun and interesting. All right, so I also will give a little hint. I have some giveaways. It just came in today. I just opened it today. There are 5 CDs, and I'll tell you the band names. I'm gonna scoot my chair and grab them. Woo! Okay, so we've got Alvays, which is that Alvvays band. Anti-Socialites, their newest album. We've got Palehound, A Place I'll Always Go. Julia Jacqueline, Don't Let the Kids Win. White Reaper, the world's best American band, which is actually, they're up next after this song, a single I added to the system. And then J. Som, Everybody Works. And these are all CDs, but they also all come with a download code on the inside. So they're brand new in the packaging, whatever. So I'll be doing giveaways. I'll, think of some fun question or whatever and give you the phone number, which is 419-372-8810. All right, I'm going to get some stuff together to read. Right now you're listening to Billboard by Hex. This band is from New Zealand. Enjoy.
Looking for love in all the wrong places? Look no further. Falcon Media will be hosting a version of the dating game called the Falcon Flame Game. Contestants will be paired with their ultimate match to receive a Valentine's Day date. Woo! Applicants must be available to record the show live on February 13th from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. The date will take place the following day on February 14th. The show will broadcast on Channel 5.1 and Facebook Live. You can apply on WBGU FM's OrgSync page, and contestants will be notified by February 8th. More information can be found at facebook.com/WBGUFM. Falcon Media is not responsible for broken hearts.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This song is called UFO by Strange Names. It was released as a single this past week. Enjoy.
Watch my way to your arrival. It's like they got something to say till I ask them to pay. We are the little green men. You've gone home. With our eyes, our hands, this is what we do. Oh, how can I trust you?
Well, I was sitting in my living room one day and I heard this loud droning sound like an airplane was in my apartment. And then all of a sudden, all these leaves fell off our plants. And then the next night, I was in my room and I was about to fall asleep. But then I heard the sound and I looked out my window and I saw 4 lights and they were spiraling out of control.
This is a transaction for a minute. You chase
right, what you just listened to was Strange Names, and I'll read some of the reviews that they got. That high energy, new wave pop sound is definitely infectious, Brooklyn Magazine. Layers of synths spanning the spectrum from heavy and low frequency to airy and jaunty are punctuated with slap-happy drums and unexpectedly piercing lyrics, youthful angst through a retro filter. And now we're going to hear A Wondrous Place of Our Own by the band Skellhorn. Skellhorn began his musical career at the age of 14, performing in clubs and pubs, so bars, across the northwest of England. That's why they say pubs. He had early radio support. He's toured with 3 bands prior to launching his solo career. Skellhorn's great gift is his ability to deliver beautiful, meaningful lyrics with his unique, laid-back, Elvis-like voice. I'll let you all be the judge of that.
There's a place where we can go. Come the wind, rain, or snow. In my baby's arms, filled with all its young. In this wondrous place of our own. And we know it deep inside. Here's a place where we can hide, away from everything and all that trouble brings. In this wondrous place of our own. And we know it deep inside. Here's the place where we can hide, away from everything and all that trouble brings. In this wondrous place of our own. Wondrous place of our own. Wondrous place.
Hey, this is Claire from Dude York, and you're listening to WBGU.
Support for WBGU comes from Aardvark Screen Printing and Embroidery, providing Bowling Green with custom embroidered apparel for faculty and staff since 1987. Open 24/7 online at aardvarkspe.com.
There's a boy in the garden with a shovel and a spade.
All right. It's 8:29, so that's good enough. We'll call it the 8:30 hour. You're listening to Mix, the new and improved edition. The song you're listening to right now is called If We Dig Any Deeper, It Could Get Dangerous. And this song was written by Sarah McQuaid after she said that title to her son when they were digging out in their yard for something. And I guess it stuck with her so much she wrote a song called that. So let's look at the weather. What's it like in well, it says Oregon, Ohio. Unfortunately, that's not where I am. Usually Wonderground is better than that. You fool. I'm not in I don't even know where that is. Bowling Green, Ohio. Well, I mean, it's probably very similar. What? I typed in Bowling Green and it gave me Tentagony. Okay, that's good enough. Whatever. It's 23 degrees. It's all the same. It's clear outside. So tomorrow, Friday, the 19th of January of 2018, high of 35. Okay. 10% chance of precipitation. Sunny, high near 35, winds southwest to 10 to 20. Nobody cares. Tomorrow night, Friday, low of 30. So hey, a low of 30, that's pretty good. And mostly clear. And then let's do what's Saturday. Saturday will look like. Oh, my graph. I missed this graph. It's going to be a high of 40 on Saturday, a low of 34. Partly cloudy and not much of a chance of any precipitation. So there you go. And as for events that are going on in the world, we've got Writers' Night at Sugar Ridge Brewery. That's happening on January 31st, so we have a couple weeks for that, but it's a very cool, it's a new thing. Do you like crafting couplets? How about producing short prose? Are you into performing your pieces? Or maybe just like to hear others speak their works out loud? And then you should go to Sugar Ridge Brewery and start your 2018 year off right, WRIT, with our very first open mic event. Restaurant bar will be open, etc. And that will start at 6 p.m. Wednesday, January 30th. So there's one event. Yeah, I think that's all I have for now. Well, okay, Beg to Differ, a band, is going to be at Howard's tomorrow, the 19th, so there you go. Also in the Ottawa Tavern tomorrow is The Essentials with the American Spirits, 22nd Mile Society, and Vester Frey. So that's at the Ottawa Tavern. So you have two great local music options. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll keep going with the music, and then I'll read one of the, a thing in the BG News that I found that I think is pretty cute. This one's from 1963. But first, we're going to hear Wounded by Her Space Holiday here on Mix on WBGU FM.
Just what it means to be alive. Sometimes you love, sometimes you lose. For so many years I held my breath, wishing for this pain to pass. I think it did more harm than good, but that's just what you do when you're a well-intentioned fool. It broke my heart with each goodbye. If I would've stayed, it would've broken twice. Once for the man that I could be, for the child still on his knees. I guess that's what it means to be a kid who still punishes himself for all of heal. When the wounds begin to heal.
Feeling like a boss and staring at the stars. It doesn't matter the cost, 'cause everybody wants to be famous. I'm calling the shots, so see you over a Mars. It doesn't matter the cost, seems like everybody wants to be. I think it could be me, the ones who swore for me. My face up in your face, my face on every screen.
This is Super Organism. They are a band full of 8 people. They live in East London. Idiosyncratic. Oh my word. Wow, that's a word. Idiosyncratic Technicolor Pop. This is called Everybody Wants to Be Famous, as she just said, as I was talking over her rudely.
Nobody's ashamed. Everybody wants you to know the name. Everybody wants to. Nobody's ashamed. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to. Nobody's ashamed. Everybody wants you to know the name. Everybody wants to. Nobody's ashamed. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to. Nobody's ashamed. Everybody wants you to know the name. Everybody wants to. Nobody's ashamed. Everybody wants to be famous.
On Friday, January 19th, the BGSU hockey team will return home for their first home game of the new year to take on the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves in WCHA action for the first of a 2-game series. Join Ryan Vallon for the pregame coverage at 7:07 p.m. and the play-by-play at 7:37 on your flagship home for BGSU hockey, 88.1 FM, WBGU, the Falcon Radio Network, and the TuneIn Radio app.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, 8:45 on the studio clock. You're listening now to Cocoa Pebbles by Remy, a lost gem of 90s Chicago indie rock, remastered and reissued. So I wanted to just read to you one little article from this BG News from January 18th today, back in 1963. So it's called Lack of Proper Concentration Results in Pre-Final Flurries. So it's by Doris Davies, news reporter. So let me quote Miss Davies here. Great Scott. Are you joking? You must be. My English final couldn't have been this morning. Forgetting the examination time, sleeping through, and having memory lapses are all results of the poor study habits which students adopt as finals approach. How can one expect to be mentally acute after taking a tranquilizer for nerves, a no-dose for sleep, an aspirin for headaches, and a vitamin for pep and energy? Drag them, Miss Davies. The following experiment will prove to the student who thinks he can concentrate for more than 4 seconds that he is wrong. To do this, he must write the letter P on a blank piece of paper and look at it constantly for 1 minute. If he observes what happens during this time, he will notice that he had the letter in mind for a second or two. Then he wondered if he were looking at it. Then he saw it again, and then some idea forced its way into his mind, or perhaps he noticed eye strain or another physical discomfort. When he looks back to see what he has done, he will discover that his mind was oscillating back and forth between the latter he has been trying to focus on and certain bodily sensations or thoughts and memories. All is not lost, though, because one can train himself to concentrate and thus cut study time in half. Contrary to popular belief, the power to concentrate is not inborn. It is a skill which can be developed through hard work. The effort at first must be conscious, but the skill will improve with practice. Ultimately, if you persist, it becomes habitual. Favorable conditions for concentration are as follows. Have a goal in mind. You must be motivated. You are much more likely to successfully concentrate if you plan to receive an A on the next examination than if you go to study in the library with the dating instinct.
Don't quit on me now tonight. The last time. You poison my mind tonight. You poison my.
Move rapidly from one stimulus to another. Since the attention span for one object is only about 2 seconds, the mind will go wool gathering unless there is new stimuli. This also explains why speed reading courses are so beneficial, and professors claim that the faster one reads, the more material one absorbs. Keep a questioning mind. An alert questioning attitude, critical of what is read, and searching for hidden meanings and new relationships will keep one from daydreaming. And lastly, control emotional fatigue. This is one of the most important parts of concentration. Fatigue? Why, that's where the problem started in the first place. Thank you, Miss Davies. You're listening to Play by Marmozets here on Mix on WBGU FM. I'll let it play out.
1, 2, 3, play! Don't dance 'cause I want to. Don't dance 'cause I need to. I'm gonna die to own it.
that song was called Rama Lama Drama by Hollywood Sinners from Gijón, Spain. This is called Twisted by Yesh. And I wanted to get back to that CD giveaway that I had mentioned earlier and kind of forgot about. So again, I have J-Som, White Reaper, Julia Jacqueline, Palehound, and Always. I don't know if that's pronounced Always or Always. I don't know. But anyway, if you call 419-372-8810 and you answer this question for me, you can win any one of those 5 that you choose, whichever one you want. So the question is, in what year did MTV, Music Television, premiere? And what was the first music video that the channel aired? So if you can answer that question and call in, you can have any one of them. And you get to choose. So, I'll come back at the top of the hour.
So twisted, yeah. You got me so twisted, 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 twisted. You like that? Was that the keeper? Is that cool? No, you don't fuck with that at all.
You're listening to WBGU FM on 88.1 and HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Community sponsorship for WBGU programming is brought to you by Grounds for Thought, a local coffee shop offering vintage books, vinyl, comics, and a selection of home-baked goods. Grounds for Thought, located at 174 South Main Street, Bowling Green, Ohio.
All right, it's 8:58. I'm going to call that the 9 o'clock hour. You're listening to WBGU FM, Mix in particular. The new and improved 2.0. Maybe I should call this Mix 2.0 or maybe 8.0. I kind of like that. This will be my 8th semester, not counting the summers that I took classes. Anyway, so what you heard before I got on was Spice Boys' Citrus Blossom was the name of the song from their album Glade, just released. They're from Umeå, Sweden. They're a garage rock act. Yeah, that was one of their instrumental songs. Usually they sing on it. And now you're listening to a band called Wendy Fix. That's all one word. And I actually put 2 songs in the system by them because they're so dang good. And a little bit about them, if I can find it. They're formed by a trio of college radio DJs from Northwestern in 1993. So they've been around for longer than I've been alive. So there you go. It's called Wake, the song you're listening to right now, and then you'll hear microphones plus megaphones afterwards. So, you know what? Yeah, let's listen to those tunes. I'll come back and talk more later.
Hi, this is Justin Heminger, class of 2001. You're listening to WBGU FM 88.1 and HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
This is DJ Keeley, host of the best punk, indie, alternative, and rock show, Teenage Wasteland. Expect content from bands like With Confidence and Glass House Point, along with the latest in entertainment news. Teenage Wasteland, every Tuesday night from 10 to midnight, right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids. Healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Suffer by the band Glare. That's Glaare. And up next we have I Want to Be Everybody by Hockey Dad. I wanted to read a little article I found in a January 18th, 2002, so 16 years ago, from the BG News. It's about plagiarism. It's called Plagiarism Problems Rise. Educators blame the increase of internet use. There is no doubt that we are getting a higher number of plagiarism cases, said Neil Brown, chairman of the Academic Dishonesty Committee. Did not know there was such a thing. He added that it could be because more people are sensitive toward this issue. For many, the increase in plagiarism over the last few years is linked to the development of the internet. Plagiarism is definitely increasing with technology, Arnold said. Students can now find websites that offer completed papers for a price. Students sometimes use the entire paper or take portions of those papers to copy and paste. It is easy and tempting to copy from the internet, said Richard Hebine, Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. He added that the internet has the potential of being a tremendous source, but a student using an internet source has to credit it. True. Students should find out from instructors how to cite internet sources properly, and instructors should constantly encourage it, Hebine said. If a student can get to an internet site, so can a student, he added. I don't think that this was written very well. According to him, many instructors get familiar with a student writing style throughout the course of the semester. If a student then turns in something they do not think the student is capable of, allegations can be made. Hebine also said that Jerome Library is equipped with a plagiarism detection site for instructors. It lists search engines to discover plagiarism sites. But one of the problems with plagiarism is that students might not realize they are plagiarizing someone else's work. This was very badly edited. People are taking advantage of the internet, Brown said. He added that when accused, most students have the same "I didn't mean to" answer. Brown does not know whether such an answer is legitimate because some students may literally not understand the concept of plagiarism. We need to do a better job of explaining what plagiarism is, said Brown. It seems that should be our next goal, for instructors to better explain the concepts of citations. There were a lot of missing S's from ends of words in that article. Who was that written by? I'm going to call them out. 16 years later, buddy boy. Who wrote it? Jennifer Bracken. Oh, there was a whole nother section that I didn't even read. All right, whatever. I think that that's interesting because, I mean, plagiarism is like, that's a big deal now, but I guess it was only kind of a burgeoning big deal back then because the internet was also, I guess, just still burgeoning. What did he say? The internet has the potential of being a tremendous source. That's cute. I like that. You know, this reminds me of something that I had mentioned last episode of Mix called Joe's Blue Plate Special. I will indeed be playing that on this show because it was submitted to WBGU back in, I'm guessing, 2001 or 2002, although I cannot find that information on the internet. There's very few informations about Joe's Blue Plate Special on the line. So, they also talk about, like, what is it? Samsung Yep. The Samsung Yep portable audio player was how it was described. And so, yeah, an MP3 was like a crazy new thing and stuff like that. And in one of the advertisements, the TV ads for a Samsung Yep, they like describe what an MP3 is and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a fun thing to play on this show. All right, I think I'll do some more talking later. If you want any of these 5 giveaway promo CDs, then give a call. Always, Palehound, Julia, Jacqueline, White Reaper, and Jason. The number is 419-372-8810. Because you're listening to 88.1 WBGU FM. This song is called Tea Soaked Letter by Anna Birch.
College radio provides a voice for the voiceless. Let us give you that voice. WBGU, a Falcon media station, has always been committed to featuring local and independent artists. Music submissions can be mailed to us at any time or sent online at 881-WBGUFM@gmail.com. More information can be found at facebook.com/WBGUFM.
Mom and Dad used to argue about everything, especially about Dad's drinking. My family went from totally crazy to quiet, calm, and even peaceful when Mom started going to Al-Anon family groups. I wanted a better relationship with Dad, so I asked Mom if she would take me to her Al-Anon meetings or to Alateen. I'm sure glad I did. Is someone's drinking troubling you? You might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon or Alateen family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-ALANON or go to alanon.org.
You're about to listen to a song by the band Mudhoney, who was touring Europe in 2016. This song is live, called Judgment, Rage, Retribution, and Time. This song is called Yo, My Saint by Karen O, featuring Michael Kiwanuka. A very interesting song. Very unique way, as I like to say. And this song is called Believe by Benjamin Booker. I found a very neat little article that I wanted to read to you all. This is from January 18th, 2000 BG News article. It's called Words Are Powerful. All right, let me get myself set up here. All right. There was one day last spring when the instructor for my 9:30 was late for class. I hadn't prepared for the scheduled quiz anyway, so I offhandedly remarked that I hoped something terrible had happened so that we could all go home. Now, trust me, I'm not some mean-spirited person who wishes crises on others for my own personal gain. Surely I didn't really hope something tragic had happened just so that I could get out of a quiz. I would have thought nothing of what I'd said except for the reaction that followed. One of my classmates gasped and stared at me. "I can't believe you said that. That's horrible. Karma's going to get you now." I think I laughed, but out of embarrassment more than anything. One look at her face told me she wasn't joking. There were just words, right? It's not as if something was going to happen just because I'd said that. What's more, I didn't even mean it, so what was the big deal? That was almost a year ago, and since then I've been learning that words are important. I don't believe in karma, or that something's going to come back around and get me because I said something careless. However, I think it's important to guard your speech against things you don't really mean. Frustration is a fertile ground for empty words. I'll give you an example. I regularly have dinner with... Wait, what? There are a couple friends that I regularly have dinner with at the cafeteria near our dorm. Well, sometimes the door is locked before the place is actually closed, and we're forced to walk around another entrance. This can get annoying, especially when it's 20 degrees and we geniuses decided to leave our coats and just run really fast for the door. One time, this happened at the end of a particularly difficult day for me. I yanked on the handle and expressed my annoyance. "Ugh, why do they do that? That makes me so mad." I turned and started toward the other entrance. My friend just looked at me and laughed. "Really? Does it really make you mad? Honestly, Erin, it's not that big of a deal." Her response surprised me. Well, of course I wasn't mad. I had suddenly been inconvenienced into walking an extra 20 feet. Just because I had said that didn't mean I meant it. Couldn't she see the difference? After that, I began paying more attention to the things I said. It surprised me how many things I started to say, then kept quiet after realizing I didn't really mean them. We all say things we don't mean. Whether out of carelessness, frustration, or the intention to manipulate someone, it's a good idea to think before you speak. If you aren't careful, someone might believe what you say. I love you. I hate you. I promise. I'll never. I have a brother who is 5 years younger than me. Growing up, he was the pain-in-the-butt little tag-along who was never any fun and always underfoot. Because I was the big sister, he thought that I embodied all that was cool and tried to imitate me in everything. The worst was when he tried to be funny. He would crack his first grade joke and I would look at him with sixth grade disdain and tell him he was stupid. One night he was struggling with some homework and threw his pencil down in exasperation. "I can't do this." Attempting to be a good sister, I went to see what the trouble was. He was crying. "I can't do this. I'm stupid." I was shocked. I knew my brother wasn't stupid. He had learned to read before any of his classmates and had a larger vocabulary than most of them. He picked up on new things quickly, and his teachers had recognized him as a candidate for the gifted program. I told him he was not stupid and asked him what the problem was. "Yes, I am. You always say that I am." Well, yeah, I had said that a lot, but I knew it wasn't true. Didn't he? Apparently not. With the realization that our words are powerful comes a responsibility to choose them wisely. We can use them to complain about the bad, or we can praise what is good. We can whine about things that bother us, or we can shut up and start changing things. We can say things to tear another person down, or we can choose to build him or her up. King Solomon said that the power of life and death are in the tongue. My challenge for you this week is to be more aware of the things you say. Imagine that everything you say will be taken literally, and I think you'll be surprised at the things you choose to keep silent. Your words are stronger than you may give them credit for. The world is full of enough noise as it is. Don't fill the air with words you don't mean anyway. Thank you, Aaron. All right. We're going to listen to Avalanche by Avi on Fire, which is up now, and then we'll come back for some weather and events.
Scale your ricey strip, my preparation. No match for your refrigeration. Under the eyes, I'm just a snowflake crushed by the rain and raised by now that I'm stuck inside your storm, I just want my body to be warm, but you've got me frozen, and cracks appear on the planes of my skin. I hope the sun would melt my frown. I hope you never let me down. I prayed for mercy, but now I can see I was never gonna win. Under the eyes, I'm just a snowflake crushed by and raised by your rain. I can't believe it. It's been a crazy night and a dirty fight. I can't believe it. Avalanche. I can't believe it. It's been a crazy night and a dirty fight, but now I can see it. Avalanche, your heart is made of ice.
This is Mac DeMarco. I never went to college, but now I'm all over the radio stations. Peace.
Programming for WBGU is brought to you by Aardvark Screen Printing and Embroidery in downtown Bowling Green, providing custom apparel like bar crawl t-shirts and long sleeve tees, plus novelty items like koozies, stickers, wristbands, and party favors for student orgs, businesses, and families. Always open at aardvarkspe.com.
Time stands still in my heart. I don't know where you are. Longing for what I denied. Can we just turn it around tonight? You know.
All right. Let's get a bit of weather going on. It is currently 24 degrees. And it's going to be a low of 23 tonight. So we're already at the lowest point. So, all right. Tomorrow, Friday, the 19th of January, 2018. It's going to be sunny all day. High of 35, low of 30. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then Saturday, the 20th, high of 40, low of 34. Just minimal chances of precipitation. So, you know what? Hey, I'll take that over 5. All right, and we've got some more events that are going on. So the 20th, or actually the 19th, which is tomorrow, G Love and Special Sauce are going to be playing at St. Andrew's Hall, starting at 7:30. Tickets are on sale now. I think that they're still. It doesn't say it's sold out. So yeah, if you want to go up to St. Andrew's Hall to check out, I wonder who's G Love and which of the two combined are Special Sauce. I don't know about that. A little more close to home, on the 20th, which is Saturday, we have the bands Action Adventure, Honey Creek, and more at Howard's. American Spirits are also one of the other ones. And then the band FUKK are also going to be playing. Howard's 8 p.m., Yeah, show up there. It's probably a $4 or $5 cover. And then at the Ottawa Tavern the next night, Sunday night, 21st, they're showing The Room, that movie, at the Ottawa Tavern. Starts at 7 p.m. The details say, "Oh, hi, Mark. You've seen The Disaster Artist. Now come to the Ottawa Tavern to see the cult classic movie that started it all, The Room. No cover. Show starts at 7. It's pretty cool. So there, you've got plenty of options to do cool stuff this weekend. All right. So nobody wants to win these CDs. Well, too bad for all of you, because I'm gonna be doing that same giveaway until I get rid of these promos, man. Every episode of my show, I will be doing that. Actually, I'll probably leave them in the studio with like a note that says these are for giveaways. So hey, maybe by next week they'll be gone. Just in case you wanted to get your phone call in now, I've got J-Som, White Reaper, Julia Jacqueline, Palehound, and Always. Phone number is 419-372-8810. And I had that question that I wanted you all to answer, which you could literally just ask Siri. In what year did MTV premiere? And what was the first music video the channel aired? All right. So I've been reading a lot of BG News stuff, and I'll read one more little clip at the 45. But for now, here's Periant Ateb by E. Cledraw. This is Welsh.
Mae'r cwestiwn yn fwy cymhleth na'r ateb. Pa mae pawb yn smalio malio dim. A'r dŵr yn codi i'r tu holi sy'n bwynt i hyn Montreal. O dy hun sy'n gadael i ddangos. Ond mae'r gweddill yn y chwarae i rhan. A'r gored to'n cuddio rhywle just o dan. Mae o di gadael i ffôn yn Ffrainc, o mae hi yn dal i ffonio. Gad o'i fynd i'r peiriant ateb a gweld be ddaw ohono. Gweld be ddaw ohono. Weithiau mae'n haws gweld yn y tywyddol.
To make some quick and instant O's, but behold, I got no time, can't be left in the dust like Jabos. Who am I even supposed to rely on? I don't know, I'm a lion, I tell a line up below to go below. I'm a lime in a giant glass of Anejo. I walk the line, Johnny Cash in a check spot, I got no for depositing dope, cause monetarily they be like, are you positive? No, I got a friend who bought a house and just married a wife. I'm proud of him, but now we making mortgage payments for life. I got no time for lights, pipe dreams that are light tight. Ice cream, I'm cold like old froze pipes and mash after those cold nights. And I be praying for you like I went to mass for Christ. I got no rights to throw, no Air Max nights for those mere facts. I can't ever relax, she like, you might maybe could benefit from a day in the sun. I'm like I live in LA, I could get a it done on the run, and the drums go da-dun-dun, da-dun-dun-dun. And if you take your time in this town, may eat you for lunch. It ain't that I ain't paying attention to you, you a dime. No offense, I got one eye on you and one on the time.
This song is called Svengali, featuring Leo Taylor by Wendy Ray Fowler. Very spooky. I like it. And then we're going to hear next is Garden by Boreen. But I wanted to get to this last little section of this BG News article. It's the same one from 2000. This date, January 18th, 18 years ago. And it's titled University Server Overload Irritates Busy Students. ITS said MP3's personal websites contribute to slowness. So here we go. Most students have email of some type or connect to the World Wide Web on a daily basis. A number of these students have computers and do this from their own rooms. However, many of them are upset due to the fact that they have had trouble connecting to the internet due to the server being down often. According to Nick Gorant, desktop support manager from Information Technology Services, the reason for the server not being able to function properly is not due to equipment failures, but because there is too much information being processed into the main server for that information to go through. Gorant stated that one of the main reasons that there is an overload of information is because of significant wrongful use of the network through the usage of programs such as MP3s and personal webs. I didn't realize that MP3s were a program. It is because these types of programs have significant file sizes that other networks, such as the internet, can't get through, Gorant said. According to Toby Singer, executive director of ITS, the university's main network feeds both the residence halls as well as the rest of campus, with each being connected by a main route or switch. There have been no reported problems in the labs or offices, only in the residence halls, Singer said. Many of the students feel that the university could do a better job with clearing server space going into the residence halls. It is too slow, said Chris Benton, a sophomore technology education major. In today's information age, the university should be able to have the capacity for higher technology. Tammy Reck, a sophomore computer arts major, agreed. Bowling Green shouldn't be stuck in the dark ages with its technology. It's being spelled with an apostrophe. According to Garant, ITS is currently working with Residence Life to try and correct the problem and see to it that the wrongful files and programs are not run on computers within the residence halls. I just thought that was kind of cute. Alright, I think that's all that I have from the BG News stuff. And I was looking around and I found this really neat website called shortstoryguide.com. And it has a bunch of different categories of short stories on the side, like coming of age, dystopias, loyalty, nature, things like that. And you can click on any one of them and they have, usually it seems to be like 4 or 5. Oh, sometimes a lot more. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Sometimes a lot more. Well, I guess it depends on the category, but they have a bunch. You could just click read here and just read the whole thing. So I think I might start doing that. And that could be my theme. You know, I could choose like, you know, loyalty or obsession or whatever these categories are and do the theme for the short story or for poems or for whatever else, you know, if I decide to do stuff like that. So it's all going to work out. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a fun rest of the semester. We've got a couple more songs. This is called Go to Sleep Boy by Sin Vang, Soli, and Orvar Smarrison. Now, I'm going to say, it's Nordic something. Let me just see. I know that I have it here. Oh, tell me, where are they from? Belfast. Reykjavik, Iceland. Right? Isn't Reykjavik in Iceland? Hey Siri. Oh. Where is Reykjavik?
Okay, here's Reykjavik, Iceland.
Nice. Thanks, Siri. You're a pal. Alright, let's listen to that song. We'll listen to some more songs, and then I'll say goodbye. But you guys keep listening, because there's a cool show on next here on WBGU. All right, 9:55. It's almost time for me to go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Mix 8.0. I think I'm going to actually officially call it that. So I think this will be kind of what the format will be. A lot more reading, just like storytelling, stuff like that. A lot more of me gabbing along than me playing my music. But that's okay, because I'm playing this music, which is very cool and new and hip and indie. That's what college radio is all about. All right, so I'm going to sign off here, and then DJ Andrew will be coming in. I don't know what his DJ name is. DJ Drew, maybe? Anyway, he's going to be coming in and doing his show, so stay tuned, and I'll see you all next Thursday for another episode of Mix 8.0. Bye-bye.
You weren't so bad that I can still